Hey, good morning.
Hello, hello.
How you doing?
Welcome. Very good. And you?
Good.
Welcome to the first Launchpad, a masterclass. Just give a couple of moments for people to join. Okay. I think I know most of everyone here, but who doesn't know me? I'm Stefan. I'm a customer success lead here at Launchpad, Zeekeo Launchpad. I've been with the team 3 years now. I'm based in Manchester, in sunny Manchester, United Kingdom. Originally from Transylvania. I migrated to UK 300 years ago. I haven't seen an empire in my life, so don't worry about it. And no, we came 9 years ago to UK for the weather, of course. So yeah, we'll start sharing just to go over on what we're going to discuss today while people are joining. Let me just share my screen quickly. Yeah. So today will be on our first masterclass. We're going to go over the platform, some generic features which you already use, but also I will highlight some of the new features which were launched recently, or even which are under testing. I'm going to showcase. So we're going to do a generic Launchpad dashboard overview. 1 second, somebody's joining. A generic Launchpad overview. I'm going to showcase how to create quickly campaigns and how to use the built-in search filters. I'm going to touch base on the workflow library a bit, on the customization of the workflows and how to create your own personal library. I'm going to discuss a bit about the inbox AI sentiment analysis, the AI persona, the follow-up campaign from tags, which is a brand new feature. And we're going to discuss a bit about some future developments which are in testing right now. Now, most of the presentation will be through the dashboard, of course. I'm going to just exit from here and just go through the presentation and the dashboard. Now, in terms of the dashboard, obviously significant changes are how we reflect data in terms of comparing the current month with the current period with the last period, which is fairly straightforward. Again, you can enable and disable whatever data you want to see. You have the average acceptance rates, reply rates, and positive response counts, which ties in with the sentiment analysis as well. So you can either do it manually or you can enable the AI sentiment analysis. The positive response rate, and again, sentiment analysis, which breaks it down. So you can see for this period of time, for the last month, how many positive, how many neutral, how many negative replies. And even you can add in the inbox the sentiment of meeting booked and closed deal. So this is which we're working on, having the meeting booked integrated with the Calendly. So I think it will be ready soon for testing, where if someone books a call, then it will be marked automatically as book meetings. So you will be able to track the book meetings as well in Launchpad. Now, The one thing which it's hidden here, and I think it's really valuable, is the network distance distribution. And how it works, it basically counts for this period, what was your initial distance to the prospects when you fetched. And why is this important? Especially if you are a reseller. It's important because if you see that the campaigns, the acceptance rates are low, or and the campaigns are not tracking as they should, the first thing you would check is what are we targeting here? Because if your number is you're focusing a lot on the third-degree connections, then that would be an explanation. So in my example, I fetched in the last month first-degree connection 66. Second-degree connections, it was most of them 82%, so 2,200, and third-degree connections only 17%. Probably some test fetches, because I usually focus only on second-degree connection. So this would give you, if you have a team and you manage a team, you can individually check, like, hey, why is one more successful than the other? Well, that's the first thing you check. Who are they targeting? How far they are outside their network? So although it's hidden here, I think it's a really valuable. It is a really valuable insight. Now with the latest inbox messages, you can also go and go into your inbox on view all, top acceptance campaigns, top reply rate campaigns, and top positive campaigns. Again, this is on user level, which are listed here. Now the response sentiment, again, we have the whole period, like when did we have the positive responses. This is the explanation here is I was lazy on this part and I did not have the sentiment analysis enabled, and the appointments that marked all my my conversation on this day. So I'm up to date. So it's more about me being lazy here. So it gives you an insight like how your progress is on the sentiment. And ICP insights. So it gives you like, okay, what overall is your ICP, what you have fetched, but you can filter it on acceptance, and most important on replies, and very important is positive responses. Now, why is this important? Obviously, it gives you an idea like who have positive replies to you, in which area, which industries. Now, the reason why I don't have company size distribution, because I haven't enabled the company enrichment. But this I should do in the future, where it gives me like the company sizes as well. Why this ELCP insight will be important in the future? We're going to plan to do a one-button campaign creation. So it takes, if I go to all my positive responses, and I will have a button somewhere here, and it's haven't decided yet where it's going to be. We're going to create a campaign with a filter based on this data. So the top titles, the top industries, and the top regions, and the top company sizes. So it will be a one-click campaign creation based on that data provided by the platform. And then profile insights, recent profile views, which you can review, and your social selling index. Now, these are the generic. This is the generic data which is available for the end user. But the one feature which was launched recently is the notifications. So any new service notices or any new feature releases will be listed here. They will pop up, and if you click and exit, you can always also revisit them. And you can, like the masterclass, and you can go and also read through all of them if you want. So all the news will be here. Now on agency level, we have the notifications, the similar notifications. We have the overall agency statistics. And then we have a status notification. Now, this is valuable when you manage, again, multiple teams or multiple users, where you can check, okay, who has running campaigns, who has had positive replies in the last 24 hours, high acceptance rates in the last 30 days. So we can go down and log in us. And then we have the high reply rate. So who has the highest reply rate? Again, log in and check their success. But also we can check in the last 7 days who hadn't any positive replies. So instead of you going through all your accounts and check this information, we can go through here and just go and check like who didn't have any positive replies. In our case, Samuel and Ahmed. Who has low reply rate, and then no activity. Who did not have any activity in the last 48 hours, or no replies in the last 7 days. So this is very valuable to have a quick overview, like as a daily exercise when you log in and you have multiple users, to check the status notifications. User statistics, again, available. Messages sent, acceptance rate, reply rates, overall, and you can click between through them. So just a quick overview on the accounts, how many campaigns, also how many campaigns across the users. So you can see Edgar has 1 and has 26 posts. I have 3 campaigns running and 12 posts. So again, it gives you a quick oversight on running campaigns, and the same on sentiment. So who's the most successful with the positive replies as well in a graph? Again, you can skip through them, and it looks like it's me for a moment. So again, it gives you a quick overview on how the users are performing. And then if you scroll down, then you can select multiple users and view their individual or combined data for multiple users. So this is the agency dashboard. I'm checking if I covered everything. Yeah, status notifications, campaigns across users. Now, to skip to the next topic, and I will take questions at the end of the presentations. We can note them down here as well if you want in the chat. So quick campaign creation. What we wanted to achieve is basically to simplify the process of creating a campaign. Now, when creating a campaign, obviously the standard process is usually go to campaigns, create campaign, select the workflow, whichever workflow you want to start with, or it can be your final workflow, you can edit later on. And then you have the options to select the sources. Now, the standard will be import a sales navigator, LinkedIn search, or you have a quick list builder, which gives you the most used 5 criteria, or you have the full reflection of mirroring of your sales navigator search, but organized in a way that you have the most popular filters at the beginning, and then you can go into details. Now, what's interesting here is instead of you having to type out CEOs and sales managers, what we've done is we created groups of CEO founders, for example, or operation decision makers, sales decision makers, HR decision makers, and tech decision makers. In the future, what we're looking to do is to check. I said in 6 months. I was told we might be doing it earlier, to check like what are the most used categories and add more. For example, somebody pointed out like, hey, you're missing the marketing decision makers, which was a great point. So instead of having to type out like you would do in Sales Navigator, you basically use these groups. Obviously, you can add all of them and you can remove, oh, I don't want co-founders, for example, or co-owners. I just want founders and owners, for example. And the same applies with the industry groups as well. So you have industry groups, like technology, professional services, financial services, manufacturing, education, company headcount, second degree, people who post on LinkedIn, and then locations as well. I can go with Western Europe, for example. Now, if you want to have the results, like how many prospects, because we want to keep the list around 1,000, 1,500, we can click on preview filters and it gives me like a preview of the top 25. And then it gives me the numbers as well. So I have 10,440. So I might use the keyword search just to narrow it down, put growing. Let's see how many it will give me. Yeah, 1,521. So this is basically, obviously you can go to company filters, role filters, personal filters, buyer intent, but all the criteria you can find on Sales Navigator. And if you have lead lists, you can go and have the lead list as well. The only thing you need to make sure that you type at least 2 letters, and then it will give you the lead list you already saved in Sales Navigator, and it will import them. Now going next is just to enable the settings. Now, the standard exclude the first degree connections, includes people who we targeted in the past or we spoke in the past. Split the campaign into open and non-open. So open profiles to target them with an email, although the limits are lower now since December. For open profiles, they're around 100 per month. In the past, we could send 800. And then we can enable, or we can just reduce it to open profiles only. By default, automatically we clean the names. And then enable A/B testing. I'm going to enable it to showcase it. Enrich company data if we want to have more data about the company, like company size, for example. And then if you want to have the email addresses, you just enable it. And the sentiment analysis, if you want to the AI to read the conversation and decide if it is a neutral, positive, or a negative reply, or the AI auto inbox. But this will change in the future. I'm going to show you how it's going to look like. We're going to have like a separate AI control panel, but I'm going to show it at the end of the presentation. Now, once I'm happy with that and I enable the A/B testing, the good thing is I don't have to go back to templates and first create the templates in the template library. We can also go and create, add the templates, or even create new templates on the spot. So demo, and then just copy my first name. So everything is one single process. We don't have to go back and forward. This was the aim to achieve, to be a very simple process for our users. So once it's done, we're happy and we just click next. Now, this is the basic campaign creation. Now, if we want, obviously, we can change, we can customize the workflow. Like if we want to send an email, for example, after we check for 14 days. And then we can go next. We need to add a message to it. Yeah, 1 second. And then click next and create. Now, once the campaign is created, the question is what's going to happen? Do I have to redo the whole process if I want to reuse the workflow? No, because what we need to do is just once the campaign was created and we are running the campaign and we're saying like, okay, so I want to to reuse the same workflow for a different campaign, we just go save as workflow. I'm going to go to demo masterclass workflow and save. So I have all the messages, all the delays set as I wanted. And then when I create a new campaign, I just go to my workflows, demo masterclass workflow is exactly the same, and then go and create my filters quickly. Second posted, United States, we will change the country, and then I can do the A/B testing, and everything is ready, just ready to go. The one thing which I also need to go back to the templates is, let's see, somebody new. We have somebody new in. Is template. So on agency level, what you can do now is create folders, and if you have like 10 users and you want to use the agency templates for multiple users, but you don't want to be available for all the users, what you can do is, once the template is created, test one, type invite, that I'm going to assign it to a folder, like permission folder, for example, hi first name. And this is especially useful for people who are managing multiple seats, is when I created the template and I assigned it to a folder, or I can create a new folder and assign them there, I have an edit option where I can assign this folder to a particular user, or users. So instead of everyone seeing all my agency templates, I can assign only Stefan, and Samuel can see these templates assigned to this folder. So especially if you have like end users from a different department, or different or clients where they have like 3 seats under the same agency, but you want to use the same templates, then when they will log in, it's only the users who are assigned to that folder are going to see the agency templates. So go to campaigns, templates, and I will go to agency templates. I'm going to see them because I'm assigned. But if I go to someone else, go to agency users, let's go to someone else from the group. Let's go to Larissa. And if I go to templates, she was already assigned, so let's go back to someone else who wasn't assigned. Let's go to Jordan. Then campaigns, templates, agents, templates. They see only the default ones. So the default ones being the ones that are not assigned to a folder. So anything which is not assigned to a folder is by default visible to all users. If it's assigned to a folder and particularly assigned to a group of users, then that's available only for those users. Now, let's go next. AI sentiment analysis. Well, I kind of showed it how to enable it when you set up the campaign, but we can always go back if it's not set up. Then you can always go back and enable it for your user campaigns. Just open up any campaign and go to settings and enable sentiment analysis or disable it. What it does is basically reads the conversation and mark the conversation. Is it positive? Is it neutral? Is it negative? It can take some time, so don't worry if you see the new reply and it doesn't have a sentiment. But it's really useful to see your campaigns, see your not only acceptance rate, response rate, but also what's your positive response rate. Like in this example, this was a successful campaign where I had 33% positive response rate. AI persona. So this is a new feature. And what it does under the personas, first I'm going to explain what the persona is, and then how we're going to use it. I'm going to showcase how to use it. So when we do the outreach, we also want to define like who we are reaching out to and how we're going to talk with those prospects, like CEOs from small companies in software development. Yeah, that would be a different persona. So what the AI persona does is basically takes your information as a company and takes your website. This is the persona name, so it's demo. My full name is Stefan. And the persona can be used for generating templates. It can be used to generate auto replies, or it can be used in dynamic sequences, which is a future development is under testing now. So just to showcase it, full name, Stefan, company name is Launchpad, company is Stefan, Zeekeo.com, and company URL is not this one. I think I copied it somewhere. 1 second, let's find it quickly. Company URL, the Launchpad. I mean the lead generation, lead gen. I'm going to put as an industry. Booking link, mobile number can be added later on. And then what I can do is, instead of me having to think or having the white papers in the, like when I need to describe the problems I'm solving, the benefit I'm offering to the prospect, title, the value proposition, the social proof, or any open questions, I'm going to click on generate persona. So title. Okay, I'm customer success lead. Generate using AI, and it asks me, okay, who are you going to target with this persona? So I'm going to target CEO founders in professional services, small companies in United Kingdom. Okay, and I'm going to say, a custom instruction, make it very simple, easy to understand. Okay, just a custom. And now what's doing now is digging into the website, all the details if you can find, and it's going to generate the persona. Once the persona is generated, I'm going to showcase how when creating a campaign, how I'm going to use it for generating scripts, helping me with the white paper syndrome. Obviously, you can always edit it, and in the dynamic sequences, which I'm going to showcase a bit later, it's going to look at the profile of the prospect. It looks at the posts of the prospect if I choose to, and then it's going to look at the persona I define, and putting all together, it will create a unique message to that prospect. So the persona has to be, it's the base, so it has to be defined very well. Again, AI can help you to define it, but you can also do it yourself, like copying the problems, the benefits, and so on into the right fields. And but once the AI is ready, again, you can edit it, save it, you can duplicate it and save it. But it always has to be defined, not only what you propose, but to to whom you are proposing it. So it's customized to that particular target audience. So we don't want to speak, depending on the offering, but in most of the cases, we are not talking the same way to CEOs, as is the benefits or the problems are not the same for a CEO comparing to an HI manager. So it has to be defined for each segment. And the key is the segmentation. So whenever it's available, especially now that it will be a more sped up process by with the help of AI, you can do multiple segments, multiple personas. So again, it gives me like an overview on the target audience, what I've chosen, and then what's problem. Your problem is your pipeline is inconsistent, so revenue is hard to predict. You wear many hats, so prospect and follow-up do not happen every day. Lists are messy, email bounce, and cold messages feel generic. You worry about GDPR and deliverability, but you do not have a simple process to handle both. What are the benefits again? What is the value proposition? What Launchpad sets up and runs done for you outbound. So all is taken from the website and then added here. Now we save the persona, we create the persona, and then when creating a campaign, or we have created a campaign, let's go to any of the campaigns. I can go to the workflow and go to generate templates, and I'm going to select the persona, demo, and then the tone for friendly and short, and it starts generating the messages. And then obviously we can review the message and adjust it accordingly. So that's the first purpose of the persona. Now, before we jump into the next purpose, I want to show you a new feature which is already live, and then I'm going to show you the feature of which are under testing, the dynamic sequences and the AI control panel. So follow-up campaigns. Most of us, what we do is when we manage this conversation, we apply labels. Yeah, and one of the most used labels is follow-up later, or we even use dates like May 2026 or February 2026, whatever. What we can do here is we can select the label, or I have a generic one, follow-up later. Okay, this is an older one. Probably I need to do a bit of housekeeping here. So I have a follow-up later label. These are the prospects which were labeled as follow-up later. And what I can do is, instead of going in and messaging them individually, I can retarget the prospect. So I can just click retarget. I'm going to name the campaign retargeting. And then what do I want to do? I want to view the profile? Yes. Do I want to like their post? Yes. I don't want to endorse them. Send send an AI follow-up message first degree. Send the second. I want to send the second one. Say up follow profile. I don't want to follow profiles. I want to send an AI follow-up. So you can enable and disable. What do you want to do? If you want to do only one single message, what you could do is just remove, like, I want to not like the post. I just wanted to send them one single message. Yeah, I can disable everything. But in my case, I want to view the profile, like a post if they have a fresh post, and send the message. Select the tone, friendly, and then I can add my calendar. I'm not going to enable autopilot, but you can enable it so it continues the conversation. And I can preview the workflow. So this is how the workflow is going to look, and create the campaign. And basically, it takes all these prospects, which are under the follow-up tag, and will create the workflow. But this will be an AI workflow. So it looks at the conversation, and based on that, the past conversation is going to do a follow-up. So they will receive each an individual message. Now, previews are available. So it can show you like a preview, but these are not the final messages. Okay, so it will do the final messages once it gets to process the workflow. So this is a easy way, especially if you're using labels, to retarget prospects labeled for later. Now, the next step, which is under the development, is dynamic sequences and the AI control panel. Now, how it works is, one second, so I can log in, is basically when we create a campaign, when we create a campaign, let's create a quick one, demo 2. Okay, not LinkedIn Premium, go back, or we can do LinkedIn Premium for now. Okay, next. We're going to go next, and we have an AI control center. And when you click on it, it asks us, what do we want to do? How AI will support our campaign? So I would like to have sentiment analysis. I would like to have an inbox autopilot, which will manage the replies. So anyone who replies to us, we're going to manage. So I'm going to click, I'm going to select which persona I want to do. And I can generate templates if I want, like I've shown you, but also I can enable dynamic messaging. Dynamic messaging, meaning I'm going to select the persona, I'm going to select the tone, like friendly and short. I'm going to reference to their posts, and I'm going to apply it for all the messages. So what it does, once this is applied, I can have a look. I'm going to next, create, and then I can go to the campaigns and then look at what at the template, like preview the messages create. So in this case, since I opted to check the post, it will open up the conversation about the post. And in this campaign particularly, I selected only prospects who have posted only. So it's going to reference to the post and then check the persona, and based on the persona, it's going to generate a custom message to the prospects. So I need to log in probably and log out. I really want to show you this. Let me log in, log out. Okay. Go to users, campaign, dynamic sequences, workflows, preview. And like I've showed you in the follow-up campaign, is going to show you is going to show a preview of the AI messages. While it's doing it, it should not take no more than 15 seconds. While it's doing it, any questions?
Hey, Stefan, do you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very well, yeah.
Perfect. Thank you very much for the demo. I was wondering if there's any way to see the messages that are being generated beside the preview. So are these messages in any way available through like the profile list in the custom fields or something? Because I see that you can see a preview of like 3 messages,
Yeah.
but it's not possible to see all the messages to like see if there's maybe 1 or 2 messages that I would like to edit.
So your question is like before to send it to be able to see it.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, I love the approach. I would directly use it. Also, I mean, especially through with the follow-ups, what a great feature. But I would love to see the messages, because sometimes I have like a label where I really need to be, for example, very specific about what I write in the follow-up, not only referencing what's being written already, but maybe referencing something the engine doesn't know yet, or is not connected to the persona. So I would love to edit the message, or at least see it.
Well, I think that would be another feature request. Because at this moment, how it looks like, it will basically do only the preview and do the preview, and then once it starts processing the message, then it will send. But yeah, I think you make a point, and because I think there will be some other cases as well. Probably we're going to launch it as it is, and then we're going to check how we can implement something like this, like a preview or like a bulk preview where you can just quickly go to the messages and then send all, or something like this. It makes sense what you're. So
thank you.
No problem at all. So here's the a preview. Okay, so for example, hi Suzanne, enjoyed your post about a powerful message. It reminded me how one thoughtful opening can change an executive conversation. As a customer success at the Launchpad, I have coaches reach the senior tech leaders in LinkedIn with personalized outreach that starts. So you see, it refers to the post again, post about judgment becoming externally anchored, and another post. So these are the previews. Again, it will be customized, and I think by having a custom message for each individual, it not only shows credibility, like have you been through their profiles, but also it will help, I think, in the future to make it to avoid any type of like invite restrictions and so on. So it will showcase that you are sending individually each prospect a different message. So from the LinkedIn algorithm perspective, it will be a win. Any other questions for today? Okay, thank you very much for your time. The recording will be available, and if you need anything, don't hesitate to reach out to us. If you want to dive a bit deeper into these features or any other features, or just reach out to us, and we are more than happy to support. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Andrew.
Take care.
Thank you, Stefan.
Thanks.